Hello and welcome to this video, and we're going to discuss rational functions. We have worked with rational functions before when we were in Module 1, but we are going to do a lot more with rational functions as we progress into topics for this lesson and the next lesson. And you can see here we have a rational function that has three parts, right? You can see the three different curves, okay? And that's very typical of a rational function, right? Because you will have asymptotes that are breaking the function apart into different sections. And I just wanted to talk you through a few things here. You can see here we have a horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptotes are always written as an equation. It'll be y equals, and in this case 3, and that's where the asymptote is hitting the y-axis, okay? We have two vertical asymptotes, okay? So we have a vertical asymptote at x equals -4. And we have a vertical asymptote at x equals 5, okay? Wanted to point out something to you over here is if you'll notice this section of the graph, you can see how the curve is actually crossing over the horizontal asymptote, and that can happen, okay? The horizontal asymptotes will show you your end behavior and steer that graph, but it is possible for a curve to cross over a horizontal asymptote, as you're seeing right through there, okay? However, with your vertical asymptotes, your curves will never cross a vertical, okay? So your graph will not cross a vertical. Okay, and I'm going to say VA for vertical asymptote, okay? But the graph could, okay, the graph could cross a horizontal asymptote. It is possible, okay? Some other things to notice here. You have a y-intercept, you have a couple of x-intercepts here, okay? And just some vocabulary that you've seen already this semester. So if we go down and look at the second one here, this rational graph has two parts. You can see the two curves there, and you can see it has two x-intercepts, one here and one there, okay? Has a y-intercept somewhere up in there, and this one has what we call a slant asymptote. Okay, so you can see that the asymptote is obviously not horizontal, okay, it has a slant to it. And this particular one, I believe, has the equation y equals x plus 5, okay, it's just a line, has a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of 5. And that is something that we will see as we progress into rational functions, is how to determine if a rational function has the slant asymptote. And if it does have a slant asymptote, we will discuss how to actually calculate that equation. Okay? All right. This third one here actually has a horizontal asymptote at 0, okay, which is right on top of the x-axis, and you have a vertical asymptote at 3, okay, and then this one right here has something that did not happen on the other two graphs. It has a hole, okay, and a hole is discontinuity in your graph, okay? So it makes a little spot there where you basically, if you were sketching, right, if you're taking your pencil and you were sketching on top of this graph, you'd have to pick your pencil up there and move it to continue sketching. Okay, it's a little break in the graph. So that is something that we're also going to be looking for, is when does a function have a hole, and if it does have a hole, how to identify the coordinates of that hole. All right, so this was just a very quick introduction to some of the ideas we're going to be looking for, and I'll see you in the next video.